Welcome everyone to another episode of Relics Runs. Today we are running through Citadel of Flame Explorable with Ravius.
Hey all.
As well as Cole.
Howdy.
Spirit.
Hi.
And Christian. And I am Shogaku. Right, you can't say hello, Christian. Moha.
No. Ninja'd.
So we're going to be doing Path 2, I do believe. But first, let's talk about our builds really quick. Just sort of go over what builds we're running and sort of the philosophy behind them. Cole, what are you running on your...
So anybody who plays Street Fighter 2 would know this reference. Geyser Uppercut. No, it's Sonic Boom is the name of the build. And what it does is, there are no banners in it at all. It's about shouts, and your shouts heal. And because I have superior runes of the soldier, they also remove conditions on everybody around me. And I also just use a great sword, and there's a lot of critting and applying vulnerability and bleeding and stuff like that. So it's nice that you can also interchange your war banner if you need to for really hard fights where you expect people to go down a lot. Or you can just bring the signet like I'm doing right now.
Cool. Spirit, what are you running?
I am a pretty tanky, support-oriented thief. I throw boons around, and I stealth to break aggro from my allies and res them while they're stealthed.
Cool. So, sneaky thief. Alright, manly man, aka Christian. What have you got on your pink and white plant guardian?
I have a princess wand, and that is all you need to know.
It's really true.
Yeah.
Alright, and you got a
Stairmaster build.
Kind of, not really. My build's a bit weird. It's not the Immortal Guardian, but it's kind of the Immortal Guardian. I just took some points in precision so that I can actually be useful when I'm solo. And I play with a hammer when I go into dungeons. And I've started picking up some healing power to try and make that more useful so that my symbols heal all the allies around me. So if we've got like a team full of melee and I'm putting down protection and healing around the enemies, it's going to be pretty strong.
Nice. So Ravius, what are you running on your super awesome Necro?
I'm running just the basic Condition Mancer build with a scepter dagger and a staff with, extra staff power. Basically just load up as many conditions and debuffs as I can on the enemies, and then I'll be using wells to support the melee, adding in, more power and lots of blinds.
Nice. I'm running a very weird build. It's something I've been working on. It's a Minion Master build, and the focus is have as many minions up as possible. There's a few tweaks that I need to do to it, especially in sigils and stuff. But it's a melee build because of fairly heavy toughness, and the minions absorb a lot of AoE because any 5-person targeted AoE will also cap from minions, so it's pretty useful there. So that's my philosophy, and we are going to go ahead and get this started. If possible, we'll try and get at least some of these builds linked in the show notes, so you guys can see what we're doing. Critique us in the comments and say, "Oh my goodness, you noobs, what you doing?" I mean, we all know that I'm going to be spending 90% of the time hidden behind a thief. So
That's Shongoku's preferred playstyle.
Yes.
Hide behind the squishiest character.
You don't need a shield on your health or the death shroud if you have a thief. So you can save death shroud for DPS like it should be. So we had some pretty major news this week. We talked a little bit about it. Well, actually, we talked a lot about it on the show, which may or may not ever see the light of day on YouTube. Because it was amazing as far as lag goes. So we so Colin Johansson has talked about quite a few things. One of the things that they've talked about is revamping the old world and bringing people into the various other regions with things like new events. What sorts of new events do you think we might be looking at? Ravius?
I don't really know. I mean, they went a really interesting way, adding events. The last time they were really touting events with the whole chasing the script thief and the enemy guild. So I honestly don't know. I mean, they clearly don't want to just add more of the same. They want to add like new stories almost. So it'll be really interesting to see what they come up with.
Add some more, add some diversity beyond normal. Just kill 10 script.
Kill 10 rats.
Reference.
Yeah,
I was trying to make it topical, but
I guess there is nothing about killing rats.
Have you guys encountered the script thief?
I have. Ravis, have you managed to chase that guy around?
Yeah. Using I think Dolphy has a few good guides on it, but I've found a few, and they're good, but they are frustrating. But there's an achievement for them, so got to get it. Yeah.
How many do you need for the achievement?
No, there's achievement for each one. The script will turn you into a specific thing, like a pig or I forget what else, but
jackalope.
Yeah, jackalope. And once it does that, you get the achievement. So.
Oh, that's interesting. So
Christian's like, I'm the only one paying attention to staying alive by associating with the dungeon.
Hey,
there we go.
We helped. It was a thing that happened.
All activated. That's good.
We got this.
Yeah. Speaking of that, for this next part, are we all going to split and take one spawn point each?
I'd say we just charge up it and to kill it. I mean, that's worked for me before.
Yep.
There's a big spawn point that I can usually hammer out pretty quick. Warriors are great for that, like inanimate objects to destroy.
Yeah.
So
kind of like me when I lose my temper at my computer.
What exactly is going on with this fight? So we saw that a nest spawned and that a bunch of devourers came out of it. So how does that change throughout this fight?
What do you mean?
Okay, what is going to happen?
Next, there'll be like 6 more of those nests that spawn all at once, though. But we can trigger them again, but the same way that we triggered that one.
All right, so you basically just run into the room.
So you can see them on the ground here. There are these little ones down here, and some larger ones on the way out. And so generally, what we've done is we've spread people out across the area, and you take on a burrow each. And as you finish one, you go and help someone else.
All right. So you want me to trigger the event? I guess we can do that. That sounds like fun. Look at that. So pro. You guys know what you're doing. I'm just along for the ride.
We got this.
We got this.
Shungaku's got this phrase. Like, it will say, oh my god, we just got attacked by 4 champions, and there'll be like only 2 of us, and he'll go, that's right, you got this. And when he says that, you're like, well, we're gonna die.
Usually I reserve it for worst case scenarios, although I've been saying it more and more of late. Go, Flash Golem bowling.
Oh, I got knocked down and destroyed.
Yeah, these knockdowns in here are sucky. Oh my god,
I don't remember that being a problem. There we go.
That's because you're a guardian and you're relevant now. Sorry.
Apparently the thief is surviving better than the guardian. I think there's something wrong.
Is the NPC up? The NPC's still alive, so clearly it's an easy
answer. I'm clearly doing something wrong.
That's how we're gauging difficulty now, is by whether the NPC is dead or not.
Yeah.
It's an amazingly accurate way to tell, because it's really easy if the NPC isn't dead. Because those NPCs, it's like they've got 30... It's like they're running a 55 HP monk without the whole...
Yeah.
That's true. I think that was someone said, hey, for Guild Wars 2, we should base a whole profession around the 55 monk.
Yeah.
Call it the NPC?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the game. I thought you were talking about Guardians and their low HP.
Ooh.
But still not being able to die.
True, they are the 55 HP.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Or at least like the 135 Dervish.
Yep, that too.
Did not know that was a thing.
I could see that. Really, a 135?
Yeah, with Mystic Regeneration and all that, you could make some beastly builds.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, so the strategy here is this. Fight. You were supposed to be like, what? And turn around and look at me, but you were already expecting me to do something douchey like that, huh?
I was just thinking to myself, I got this, and so I charged. I got minions everywhere. It's totally OP.
I was expecting something related to 33.33% recurring.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that, but everyone else was running in.
Levi Shugakukins.
Wait, I'm supposed to do that at the beginning of the fight, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
You were supposed to AFK for a minute, too.
oh, okay.
Alternatively, you can do that as you're running out the door when we all die. You're just running off to save yourself. I feel like that's appropriate too.
Ah, damn it, Shungakins.
I feel really bad, Spirit, because I'm not able to hide behind you because I'm running a melee build. I feel like I've somehow failed as a necromancer.
So, with some of the speculation for new events and stuff, I can't remember where it was, but I've heard people talking about the idea of guilds triggering events or kicking events off, and to tie it in with making it more of a feature of being in a guild.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that, and what kind of stuff did we actually talk about that in the show? Is that why I'm thinking about it?
We talked about that a little bit, but what do you guys think about that? I mean, as far as having guild events where you can unlock them and then anyone can take part if they're in the area.
I think it could be a good way to kind of get meta events, like
And
some of
getting
the
your guild's name out.
yeah,
like
some of the
banners.
less used meta events
Uh-huh.
activated and that kind of thing.
Skip right past the bugged pre-events for Osei Shadow Behemoth
Yeah.
with it. That'd actually
Yeah.
be kind of nice.
If your guild spends 2,000 influence points, you can skip the bugged events.
There you go.
Except
I
for
know
Penitent Camp, no one wants to skip that.
Yeah.
What do you
They
think?
they almost talked in the same breath about server community and server health. So I wonder if like the guild events are almost like ways for guilds to basically lead their server and activities. Like I know my guild Gaskia has server-wide events where we'll tackle a whole zone and we'll kind of make a story out of it. But I think maybe with these new events, they allow that on a much easier level for smaller guilds to host activities for their server. I think
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
similar to how Rift did it with their elite rifts. I forget what the name was exactly.
So make them into almost server raid nights.
Yeah,
That's an interesting idea.
Like we have, there's a commander on our server who most nights at a certain time will start the temple runs down in Ore.
Uh-huh.
But that's as far as that kind of activity goes on our server because of there not being such a large presence of these kind of mega guilds.
yeah,
So I think that kind of incentive, giving that incentive so that smaller guilds can kind of start leading these events and gather players by kicking them off is quite good.
yeah. I don't think ArenaNet is gonna forget the small guilds at all. I mean, I think they're gonna make sure that friendly guilds can partake in a lot of it too.
Yeah. All right. So we've got a AFK.
Should we?
first,
Yeah.
So go ahead and walk us through this one, Christian.
I don't know it that well, but I just know basically see these torches here. There are a bunch of them around this map, and we need to collect them all and bring them back to Mag within a certain time.
Okay.
And everything in the room is going to spit fire at us while we do that.
Yeah.
And we don't have a mesmer, so there will have to be a couple of people have to do a couple of jaunts up
Yeah.
to our area.
I'll run up.
I'm going to head up too.
So, okay, so if you guys are going up, the rest of you maybe start running out and find a faraway turret, and then I'll trigger it in a second when everyone's kind of set to go.
Sounds good. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Shall I kick it off?
Let's kick
Yep.
this off.
Let's kick this fungal wallow.
Let's kick this fungal wallow.
It's another Shongaku special.
Mm-hmm.
You call me special?
Yes, you are very special, Shongaku.
I'm a special person. There's no one like me. I sing randomly too. So
Is this going in our musical?
Yes.
that may go into our musical. That'll be the slightly sad middle chord. I don't know. So something
Three
else that I'm interested in is the upcoming edition of daily achievement tokens.
Yeah.
That's an interesting sort of change. It adds definitely a level of daily progression that keeps people logging in consistently. What do you guys think about that, Travis?
Yeah, I'm super excited about that one. I think that right now the daily rewards they don't make sense to really casual players. Why do I need mystic coins? Why do I need karma? It just is so getting a more basic, here you get a token every day, you can build up this and that. I think would be great. I'm really excited.
Right,
And
because
the
that opens the opportunity. Like they've shown ascended gear and that kind of stuff. So it makes it possible for people who can't fractals over and over and over to still eventually put one of those together.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm really interested to see. I know they talked about the different achievements kind of getting people back into older zones. So I'm really interested to see like what older or what new achievements could there be to do that.
Yeah. Do you think that they might be adding more jumping puzzles? They kind of like those, and I kind of
Yeah. I think so.
That'd be exciting. I love jumping puzzles. I find jumping puzzles where there are no jumping puzzles.
You'll see a rock that you can jump on and you go, oh, I found a jumping puzzle.
Yeah.
And your results
oh,
from
that's-
Shungaku's jumping puzzles may vary.
You may get 2 feet off the ground, or you may get places where you're definitely not supposed to be.
Or you may end up in the wrong fractal.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't grab the chest. Oh, noes.
Way to be.
Oh, I need to uninstall. I'm a nub.
My daughter's favorite fractal or favorite jumping puzzle are the lily pads in the Sylvari City.
Nice.
Yeah, they always call it a jumping puzzle, and look at the jumping puzzle, Dad. Look at me go.
I was going to say, I don't think I know that one.
Oh, it's real good. It's on the lake. It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
I'll show you sometime.
It's so difficult that they realized that if they attached an achievement to it, people would just go rage. And so they decided not to attach an achievement to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of rage, this next part may induce it.
Well, we could do it the easy way.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so what you do with this is we all run straight across, and he teleports to the other side with us. Then you climb up on the wall where the oozes can't hit you, and then when everything de-aggroes, he does his thing, and then you all just run back.
Yep. That's in theory what we try and do every time.
Yeah.
But he has a mind of his own, being an ArenaNet designed NPC.
Yep.
So he's not Traherne. Traherne would just be like, and I teleported you because I'm
Yeah.
a mesmer and a necromancer.
I went the wrong way.
Just be like,
This is more dangerous than Claw Island.
He'd be all, this won't end well.
you just say moving along, and it'd be done.
So we're up here, right?
Yes, up,
Spirit's dead, but she's a thief.
up,
Right,
up,
nice.
up, past the giant orange thing of doo-hoo.
And he's teleported back to the start, probably because of
Oh, he's a pro.
her.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be running
no, here
for a
he
little
is.
bit.
No, he's here.
He's here.
Oh, okay.
And once that imp and ooze sort their differences out, we should be alright.
Welcome to Monster Rumble Tyria 2012.
There we go. Alright. Maybe Spirit, stay where you are. We'll see if Mag does.
Yeah,
Yep, there we go.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh, that's non-corporeal.
Yeah.
Check this out.
I'm pretty confident. We're hiding in a rock. They'll never suspect anything.
So now we teleport to the waypoint.
Yeah, the new waypoint.
Cool.
And there you go. That is how to do that really easily.
Individual results may vary.
Shush.
That wasn't directed at you. That was directed at the fact that that's happened twice, I think, and maybe the 5 or 6 times I've done this path.
Yeah, that was. I'm glad that happened while we're streaming.
Yeah.
ArenaNet was watching. They're like, "This totally works." So you can wait.
Yeah. Take note.
All right. So now we've got another interesting fight. We will have to. Oh, are we at the door yet?
Are we doing this legit or
Oh,
not?
God, legit is so.
Wait, how is there a non-legit? Don't you just run around in circles screaming like a little girl?
That's the non-legit way.
Oh, well,
The legit way would be to actually kill everything.
I'm kind of up for the running around in circles screaming like a little girl. That's always
Well,
fun.
you can be the first sacrifice.
Woohoo!
Wow. I'm suddenly immersed.
Keep. Wait, Ravius, stay out here with us for a sec, and then once one of them goes down, someone else will run in.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to actually kill them?
No. Once
just
you die, someone else will go in there and take the aggro.
But he's not.
Wait,
looking at
wait,
right
not-
now.
we're
We have
not
to go
there
in
yet.
there to get him.
Oh yeah.
First, we have to kill these guys.
Talking about.
We're not
Oh,
there.
we do actually have to kill these guys, don't we? That's right. Before
Yeah.
the next step.
Does that mean we need to pull them back? No.
Nah, let's just.
I wish
we'll do
Black
this
was here
legit.
because then he'd be like, guys, this is how we do it.
I'm so glad when I ran in here, I thought I had my greatsword on, and I used my number 5, and I was axe spinning at nothing. Oh, that's cool. Got a bunch of bugs in here.
It's a technique. It's a strategy. Oh. One thing that I think was interesting was their reference to guild content and an emphasis on guild content beyond just the new stuff that they're introducing.
Yeah.
And by that I mean like the guild missions and that sort of thing that we have fair amounts of detail on. But things like guild generated content and maybe 5 or 6 different types of guild content in general. What do you think they might be looking at with that, Ravis, beyond just simply open world type content? Do you think they'll go instanced?
I honestly don't know. I mean, in Colin's blog post, like I said earlier, he talked about community server health like as the first part of his blog post. So I think any guild thing is going to first and foremost going, to work on server community. But I think they could also improve on the guild progression. I know a lot of guilds have basically maxed out the progression with influence pretty quickly, and there's not much left to do. So they could definitely add a few more rewards.
That was not
Did you ever
non-corporate.
see them doing like a dungeon that is guild locked? You guys pulled one into the hallway, by the way.
Poopski.
Like a guild lock, where you need like an instance or a key to unlock the dungeon with guild influence. Okay, you guys can just kill him. That's cool.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. I just think that they really need to make it so that small guilds have a chance too. You can't just say, "Oh, you need, 20,000 influence for this key," and then your little 5-man weekend warrior guild is never gonna get it.
Yeah.
So, but then if you make a really easy key to get, the mega guilds are just going to unlock it right away, and it's not going to be worthwhile progression at all. So, I don't know. I would think right now no, but ArenaNet likes to do really clever things, so hopefully they could come up with a good idea for that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm kind of thinking maybe raids. Do you think that they would ever do raids in like 10 or 15 man or 12 man like they had with Urgoz?
I think that that's more of expansion level bullet point. So far, they've kind of seem to want to keep away from raids, and if they added them, that would be something that would, require a lot of dev time and would be something that people would buy an expansion for. So I kind of think that we're not going to see an instanced raid in, normal free updates.
Yeah. And it'd be interesting to see how they end up doing that. What was that, Cole?
Oh, sorry. I'm sometimes not used to not having push to talk on. I was trying to get vengeance so I could just last a little longer.
I'm up. I'm back. We got this.
Okay, you guys need to not die because there's no one backing you up at the entrance.
Now there is.
Yep.
Bowling for Char. Oh man, that was only like a third of them.
The idea is not to have everyone in the room, which is still kind of working for us anyway. Because then if everyone dies, you've got someone just outside it. Yeah, well, if everyone dies, they'll aggro onto Mag and kill him. But if you've got a couple people just waiting outside, when someone goes down, they can go in and pick up the aggro. But they seem quite keen at the moment to actually come out here.
Yeah. 90%. We've got this.
Yeah. Don't say that.
We all simultaneously die for some AoE.
Try and pull him away from Mag. Alright, now I'm going in. Here we go. 9900.
Woohoo!
So that was semi-legit.
Semi-legit.
Cool. Yeah.
I kind of ran around screaming.
That's how you do most of these things. I mean, that's how I've always done.
Yeah. What's great with the staff necro, because you're just like, I don't care where the marks go, I'm just going to run and drop them.
I kind of want to try and play with the boss this time, seeing as on my Mesmer, he always ignores me. So I might try pull him out here, and then you guys run in there and do that part.
Okay.
I'll put on my bow real quick.
All right. Who?
Wait. Let me go and aggro him.
Oh, okay. So, are we just going to do the circle kill, and then... Or are we going to each cover a quadrant of this thing? He's out here, by the way, man to man.
Yeah, he's aggroed onto someone else, because I think...
I'm sorry.
You ran in.
You just got so excited to fight.
I've got him now, I think.
Alright.
Oh, he's off.
Oh, yeah, we want to wait and kill all of these guys at the same time. I see that we're down to 2.
That's right. So you need to kill the acolytes at the same time to be able to damage the thing in the middle. Shongoku, can you maybe run off to the far end of the room?
Yep.
And I'll see if I can finally pull this guy. Not that he's just being annoying, that's all.
He is.
So we're attacking the thing in the middle now?
Yeah.
Yeah, once the acolytes are down, you can damage the thing in the middle.
When I use my axe or a greatsword on that thing, it never works. It'd be really nice if weapons would work on objects that they're supposed to work on. Just saying. Oh, they're all 4 up now, so... Are we taking them down? Oh, crap.
Yep.
Here we go. I think I've finally pulled them.
I'm going to try and break combat so I can actually get my full minions out again. There we go.
The boulders, I think they do as much damage as your auto attacks do.
So don't use your boulders?
Well, maybe throw one and see how much damage it does, and then do it based on that.
Got some acolytes up. 2 now?
Right, so the boss doesn't do any damage. So it's just a matter of someone keeping him in the room.
Keeping him busy.
Because he just runs around immobilizing and fearing you the whole time.
That sounds like fun.
Because he's a spirit.
Why are there 2? Oh, come on.
Do you have your
I
bucket?
just killed this one.
Do you have your bucket, Christian?
Do I have my bucket?
Yeah, to gather his ectoplasm that he's shedding as you beat him up.
I'm not doing any damage to him either, so it's... Yeah. It's kind of weird. I guess it's the way it's intended.
Looking as intended.
I kind of would have expected him to actually do damage so that you can... So that you have to have someone who's capable of taking damage deal with him.
Yeah. Now, the optimal way to do this fight is to have an Ellie with Meteor Shower. Because it just wrecks everything ever.
There are two down here.
So have you spent much time in World vs. World, Ravius, since it's a big thing with your server?
Yeah, I love World versus World. I mostly spend time in the Borderlands. I just like that style of play better, either offensive or defensive. Like I love joining like a group of 4 other guys and heading up and causing chaos all over the map. But joining a Zerg too can be fun and profitable. But yeah, it's pretty brutal on our server. There's we have some good commanders. Usually we follow up with them, and usually when my guild's on the field, we have strike teams and defensive teams. So we really turn it into a mission-based campaign. What about you guys?
We are terribly unorganized. We are definitely not a PvP. Northern Shiver Peaks is definitely not a PvP server at this point. It's got a lot of casuals. We have quite a few people that run dungeons and such, so that's nice.
Yeah.
And we do have a guild called OS on our server, and I think Meow is another one that are both pretty good World versus World guilds. They just don't have we don't have no Nightcapper guilds on the server, and that really affects our ability to hold content.
Yeah.
OS can capture entire maps pretty effectively, I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just hard for them to keep it.
I think actually this week we've acquired some, or the other 2 servers we're up against so balanced with us that I've seen us always with, say, half the points overnight when I'm still on. So either we've managed to pick up a guild that has a night contingent, or the other servers we play have even fewer Nightcappers than we do.
Yeah, I know that OS has a group. It's just maybe about 20 people.
SEKZ might be slightly later in time because they're always on in force when I'm still up late.
That's a weird bunch of people, by the way.
Yep.
So if anybody at SEKZ, Christian, is listening to this, you're weird.
But they're good fun.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, ArenaNet was talking a lot with progression for WVW, which was, a big complaint I saw with a lot of Dark Ages of Camelot players, is that, everybody wanted Realm Rank, everybody wanted to grind out PvP, and at first ArenaNet was like, no, we want just everybody to play, but if they're going to add some sort of progression, I mean, it sounds like taking a step backwards, but it's what everybody wants. So,
Well, it's the same thing with Ascended gear. I think that the reason they didn't have it at launch is because they didn't realize that so many people would insist on having that gear grind.
Yeah.
I guess they're finding the balance between how far away to put that kind of top tier gear versus making it accessible to the player base. I think what they found was exotics were too easy to acquire, and so that's why everyone who has that mentality was like, well, I've got my exotics, now what do I do?
Yeah.
And that's what kind of led to that. Whereas for me, it's it's never been. I guess because I grew up on Guild Wars, it's never been my mentality.
Well, it should be interesting. We're gonna get a way to buy Ascended gear with Laurels. They're now called. But they were even saying, well, we want it to be in WVW too. So once it's available everywhere, I think it'll be interesting to see how people feel about it after that. Because right now, so you have to do fractals, and that's it, and that kind of sucks.
Okay. Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, if they're putting progression into World v World, whatever it is that you get from that, like if it's actually items and gear, I think there needs to be the equivalent in PvE and PvP as well. Because if you can get some kind of benefit out of World v Worlds, which you can't get from the others, then that gives you an advantage purely because of the content that you've chosen to play.
What do you guys think about the World versus World abilities that they're going to be adding in? What do you think those might be?
Call Commander an idiot.
Apparently,
no, that's called like, chat.
Yeah, that everyone already has that.
Yeah.
They need to work on maybe backup commander who has a good point, or
the next in the chain of command.
Salute commander, because he's actually not as bad as you think he is.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's kind of missing in a way from World v World because we don't do it enough in a kind of large scale format.
Well, could you see maybe adding a skill that you can drop siege equipment? Like maybe summon mortar for a high level character. Or summon, I don't know, like certain weapon, or maybe like certain siege weapon unlocks for a character who's X tier.
Yeah.
Do you think so on the utility slots?
I don't know exactly how they would work it. I think it would probably take up like a utility, like maybe an elite skill for summon catapult once every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess that kind of thing could work really high up. Like if that's a really far-reaching progression point.
If you could have any skill or functionality in World versus World Ravius, what would you want to have added in?
Yeah, definitely drop a free siege weapon would be awesome. I mean, I do lots of siege weapon placement, and it is so tiring to like run up and down the keep stairs. So, like, if there's supply in the keep, it'd be awesome if I could just grab it all and make my weapon.
You think that could be something that they would give as like a passive bonus per tier? Like you could get higher Balthazar faction in Guild Wars 1, maybe carry more supply.
Yeah.
High-ranking character.
Yeah. I think whatever it is going to be kept in WVW only.
Yeah.
Like it won't ever transfer over.
Yeah.
What Spirit was suggesting in chat is that, for example, with traits, you could have them, say you unlock a new trait through World v World, for example, like increased supply, and then you can select that trait.
Oh, yeah. So maybe have a World versus World line? Or just World versus World traits that exist now? Under...
Yeah, that would be the... implementation would be interesting.
Yeah, and it might be better than just straight up, progression.
That would be interesting.
Then the challenge is always making sure that while it gives people something to aim for and progress towards, it doesn't mean that after a year or two the entire player base is so far progressed that anyone brand new to World v World is going to be completely out in the deep end, I guess. I don't know. My gut reaction is that that's not a good thing, but then if you look at other games like Eve, that is the game basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Do you have time for another wing run, Ravius?
Yeah.
Would you be interested?
Yeah.
Path 3, everybody?
Sounds good.
Alright. We'll pop out and come back in.
This is the one... Oh no, that's story mode, isn't it? With the
With
Donkey
the
Kong.
Boulders of Doom? That would be awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. But kind of closing up. Am I going to enter? Or mine's contested.
Is yours contested? Is ours contested?
No, ours isn't.
We're good. We got this.
Okay.
He just jinxed it.
We've been having a series of very exciting dungeon runs today. They've been a bit hairy. I'm not gonna lie. That was
Really?
actually, I think, the smoothest dungeon run. Well, no, I guess Honor of the Waves was pretty smooth.
Yeah, because I ran a pug. I tried out Guild Wars 2 looking for group last night because everyone else is fast asleep when I'm still up and about, being in a different time zone, and it was great. I did 3 dungeons within about an hour and a half, and one of them was Honor of the Waves, and it was one of the paths that we used to run frequently, but then they kind of fixed a bug that was reoccurring for us, and apparently making it a whole lot easier than it should have been. But the pug that I ran with, they kind of knew a new way to deal with the new mobs that spawn, so I thought I'd try that out with everyone today, and it worked really well.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it did. It did. It was actually... It's kind of like the tree glitch in the Fractals against Mossman, where you stand on top of something, and the boss just sits there and he rages at you and, like, tries to attack you and does a little AoE damage.
Mm-hmm.
Throws a hissy fit beneath you, and you're like, aha! You can't hit us. Which I refer to as my hobbit in a tree. It kind of feels like that. As long as you've got one person with fire skills, you can make the argument that you're just RPing.
When ANET asks you, so, why shouldn't I ban you for exploding? You're like, it's alright, I was RPing, I'm a hobbit in a tree.
You're not even playing in Azura. Well, I was pretending that everyone in my party was short. There you go. Oh, no.
Oh, this is the one with the tar, right?
Yes.
Oh god, what are we doing?
I don't think I know this one.
I've never actually done this one.
The
It
torches.
makes me sad in my heart
Okay.
place.
Okay. Welcome back,
I'm
by the
bringing
way.
my experimental necro build.
Let's all put on Magic Find now, okay?
Yeah, alright.
Oh god, Tristan, no.
I got
Oh, you are a guardian, so I guess what does it matter?
my pauldrons. There we go.
The blue light special anyway.
I'll go back to my flower power. Yeah, this one. I have done this. Is this still the same as when we did it?
When did we do it
Yeah.
last?
This looks cool.
Like years ago.
Has anyone here
Yeah.
not done this yet?
I have
Never
not.
done this.
Oh, okay, this is probably one of the most painful things you'll ever do in a dungeon.
Oh,
Nice.
good
I
for
can take
conversation.
the...
Wait, so we're talking like worse than Giganticus lupicus?
Yeah, I'd rather fight him.
Before, there is a way to sneak it though, isn't there? Because that's what
They
it
say.
says. Okay.
You need to obviously use the stealth right from the thief. So you wait till the house disappears. And then we'd need even more stealth beyond that, if I remember right. I've never seen it done. But,
Because I remember we...
Classic way.
well, the
'cause I
legit way is
remember-
actually the stealth, from what I understand. That's what they want us to try to do, yeah.
Because we did get almost all the way there, and then we wouldn't have needed a lot of stealth to get further, I thought. But there's no gauge to show you like how close you are to being discovered.
Oh,
Oh, it does say sneak through the undercroft to ambush the Flame Legion.
Because I think we went sort of around there, and then there's a ramp that you go up, which we can see over there.
Yes.
Yeah, when we go around, we won't need to be stealthed for a while, but I mean, I could show you where it was that when we tried to do it. And if it fails, we'll just come back and do it legit, or not legit, or whatever the hell.
It
I don't know.
sort of.
Legit.
Non-legit. Legit. I think we can be spotted by these imps just fine.
Does it, like, what happens
Just
if we
kill
get
'em.
spotted?
Then we have to
Light the
relight
torches at the
the
same time. And,
torches.
Oh,
So there are these torches here,
yeah.
and when we light them, our mobs spawn periodically by the torches, and we have to light them all at the same time,
To keep the mobs from spawning?
something like that.
Or do we just leave someone behind?
No, everyone has to be
Um,
on a torch.
Yeah. So we'll have to split up or light them at the same time. And while we do that, mobs will be spawning and attacking us. So
and
we
there's
have
a
to-
cast bar for the lighting, so
Yeah.
Oh, and can they interrupt the cast bar?
Mhm.
yeah.
This is
Okay,
gonna be rough.
so it's
I'm
somewhere
trying to
along
remember.
here, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't remember how much further.
Because there's like on our left, eventually there'll be that. There's the bridge up ahead, right? And there's a guy standing up on that bridge. You can't click on him or anything, but I'm pretty sure that's a guy.
I'll get rid of my minions so that they don't do anything dumb.
And I think he's the one that you have to sneak up to and ambush.
Okay.
Maybe it's not a guy, but a tower, like a turret thing. Yeah, one of those flame turrets.
We're gonna ambush a turret.
AoE speed boost while we're stealth might help.
Yeah, I've got one too. So what else can we see?
So, are you relieved to have guesting actually finally showing up, Ravius?
It's nice. I'm not sure if I'll ever use it except to, knock out achievements like holiday achievements and whatnot. But I know a lot of people are. Right? What about you guys?
I was actually thinking of trying to guest onto Sanctum of Rawl for the Gosh Kia story.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
To follow you guys around. And there's also a Mesmer Fridays on Gandara server that we're kind of interested in. You basically bring all Mesmer characters and they go and clear content on all Mesmers. Dungeons and meta events and that sort of thing.
Yeah, first I think that's guesting is great for server events like that. That'll be a lot of fun. One of my old guilds from Lord of the Rings Online were spread out from probably 20 servers, so it'll be nice to finally play with some of them.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is about as close as we can get. I've got my retreat, which will give us 24 seconds of swiftness.
Sweet.
And Spirit can throw down Shadow Refuge, and we stay in it. And then she'll yell go when we go and follow us around the corner.
Just stay until the lines disappear. As soon as the circle disappears, you're good.
Okay. And I'll put a speed boost on.
Ready?
Wait for it. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Go.
Pretty sure they spotted us.
Can we not examine? Yeah, somehow they did. Light all the torches on the way. So
All right.
stealth doesn't work.
Yes,
So
maybe
there
it
is actually a way to stealth through that. Yeah, like it's not.
But now we get to do happy fun time.
Okay,
I'll take
so
this Shungaku,
the
'cause
torch.
this one.
Yeah, there are torches around the place, and we need one person at each torch.
Alright.
This one can get a little tricky, and I can stealth to hide myself from the mobs.
Oh, there it is.
Should have switched to great sword before this.
I have a lot of extra mobs over here because of running through. I think I'll be okay. I just gotta take this one down. Alright, this might be hairy.
We all gotta light them at the same time.
Yeah, so I'll help you out with these mobs over here, and then I can go to my torch, which is just across the way. How's everyone looking?
I'm clear.
We're
All right, I'm
clear.
clear now too.
Oh, someone's lit it already.
That might have been me.
Yeah. Okay. No, we need to do that again. We've got mobs again.
Won't I drop combat?
Where's my respawn? Come on, hit me. I want you to do it.
Stop trying to hit you and hit you.
Right. Here we go.
Oh, you've got. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
So
wait, my mobs came back.
yeah.
Huh, this is loud.
Line it back.
I should stop saying stuff like that. All right, I'm clear.
A couple more for me.
This is why this is a pain.
And Ravius has got just respawned.
Oh, mine low.
If anyone's having difficulty, mine is like super simple. I've found, so I could
Wait.
switch with them.
We don't have trouble. It's just they respawn. Here we go. I think. All right. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hit it. Hit it.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that
Nice.
was nice.
That was pro. That's the way you do it. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. So there we go. Singing in the middle of dungeons on the wall. That's what I do. I saw that bowling
that-
flesh golem.
That's a lot of red circles.
I generally recommend not standing in the red circles of doom.
I think I'm gonna. I started gearing out with exotic jewelry on my guardian, and I picked up the cleric ones, which have healing power. I think I might keep doing that because I'm seeing a lot of lovely green numbers
Nice.
on my circles.
Are we just running?
Oh, we don't need to res the NPC anymore. Okay.
Cool.
How long do you think it's going to be before they actually get the spectator mode for SPVP that they're mentioning?
Yeah.
What will be broken? when they
Vaporware?
do-
Vaporware?
I don't understand their plan with SPVP. Like, well, let's assume that by the end of 2013, everything's in that they want to be in. Do you think that would draw back enough people to make it competitive like early Guild Wars 1 was?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you've got that sort of limited window of uptake.
Yeah. I mean, it really worries me, and I don't want to be a naysayer about it, but did they miss that? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
I think
that's
they
a
did.
legitimate point of view.
I think in the current implementation, if all they did was add the features that they've been talking about, I don't think that it will be super successful unless they somehow figure out how to hold really expensive tournaments for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's kind of what they did in Guild Wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until it got broke.
Yeah.
Silly idiot savants.
So what do we do here? Kill everything? Oh, they're all normals.
If I remember correctly, after we kill something, they'll flee.
That's a champion.
The commander, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think it's probably that.
Because that's what it's telling us. Kill the commander and kill the forces. So
Yeah.
I think
They'll
kill
move
everything.
off, and then we'll kill Commander later, I think. But
3.33 repeating, Christian?
It's definitely the shadow blade because he's clearly stealthy as a.
They
The
stop
actual
me
command.
from spinning. I'm mad.
Goodness, look at
They're
them.
killing me. I'm rallying
my
like
God.
every 3 seconds.
that was maybe the most beautiful death boss I've ever done.
I'm still rallying.
Doesn't compare to my fractal one. Oh my god, my wife is watching Angel on Netflix right now, so I have to apologize if I suck for a little while.
Wait,
Well,
Not your-
it is a vampire show.
don't you
Yeah,
mean the
well-
one in Ticks?
It's better than Twilight. Still a better love story.
Let's do that again. That was fun.
Death Blossom! Oh wait, I'm a necromancer.
Oh my god, the lag's
I think
terrible.
I'm gonna die. No, I rallied.
When everything blew up. That was amazing. All of a sudden I just saw all these synchronized death chars.
Oh, that's because. Oh, right. We've got Siege backing us up.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's useful. Brian, aren't you talking about your Death Blossom where you jumped off the platform
Yeah.
in the snow globe?
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh no, not the snow. No,
The one that we had
Fractals.
on the last show, that I did a nice
I
slow-mo
missed-
capture for.
I didn't see that.
I went back and made sure that it was slow-mo, because he was like right in front of me, and I was just watching him, and all of a sudden he goes backflipping off of the Herpy Fractal, one of the platforms.
Ah,
And all anybody said was, I just afterwards go, that just happened.
Stop dying.
Oh, one thing that we've been talking about is new weapons that you can use, or new like, you know how you have the broomstick and that for
costume gear.
costume gear.
Yeah.
One thing that we've been talking about is implementing that with co-op emotes. And
Oh.
Spirit had an awesome idea for that. What were you talking about?
I want to implement friendship bracelets where it's a non-intrusive item that goes in the toy slot, and then you get up to, I guess, 10 skills that you can do co-op emotes with your 1 through 0 skills.
That's a good idea.
That'd be
I think-
amazing.
They need more stuff in the cash shop, period. I don't
Yes.
care what it is.
hmm
I mean,
Instruments. Oh my goodness, those things
Yeah.
sell.
it makes me sad every day that I see the promotions tab empty. Because that should not be.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, for a free-to-play game, that's kind of you live and die by your cash shop, or a buy-to-play game, I guess technically. Ooh, grass.
So,
What would be awesome if you had like the friendship bracelet is things like. Did we just lose call?
I'm still here.
All right, everyone's still here. Oh, Cole
Mhm.
dropped. He'll be back.
He got distracted by vampires.
Yeah,
yeah.
luckily vampires. It's a real problem. He's always wandering off to watch luckily vampires.
That's all right. Our NPCs are going to do our work for us.
Awesome.
That's not going to end well.
That's not a
It's
good
gonna
sign. This
start-
won't end well. Moving on.
I'm not going to say we got this.
I'm just going to watch.
You got this, guys. Oh no, it's all over now. Oh. Yeah, I think co-op emotes could be pretty amazing, especially with how I think that ANET has a pretty good animation team, and I would love to see something like a Char picking up an Azura and like tossing them up and down in the air, but not like Azura tossing, like
Yeah,
hug friendship tossing.
sure. They used to have them on Matrix Online.
Really?
Yeah, you could like hug and think even kiss, which was kind of, but the player had to accept the emote.
Right.
So
And if they refuse, would they slap them across the face? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, because when we were talking how in Portal 2, how it works in Portal 2, and when
Yeah.
the player accepts it, it works out, and when they don't, the other person always kind of responds as if they've been left hanging.
yeah,
I think there's a lot of cool stuff that they could do with that. Plus, I think that if they were able to implement co-op emotes in the game, imagine what they could do with their storylines
yeah.
and their cinematics.
hmm
That'd be amazing.
About the farming.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do that. All right, so apparently my audio bugged and shut off the recording, and I didn't turn it back on when I opened Guild Wars 2 back up. So you guys got to see 1.5 runs, and we did a really boring boss fight.
Yeah, they
That's
were
the
spared
positive,
this fight
right?
anyway. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. But it was still, yeah. So you didn't miss a huge amount. I think we had 3 or 4 more topics that we covered. So, but Cole, you've got a PSA really quick for him.
Yeah,
we'll wrap this up.
For anybody that watched the actual episode with like our talking heads, during it I mentioned what I'd been doing for the past couple days, which was a bugged event in Cursed Shore at Penitent Camp. It's on the north side. That's where a lot of people go to farm gold, because there's like a little alleyway that goes south between 2 events, and it's a very safe run between the 2. It's good money. Well, I went there, and Penitent Camp was actually bugged, and the mobs just kept coming. And I was making pretty good money with Magic Find as well. In fact, within an hour, I was making 10 gold when I did the math yesterday, after selling tier 6 crafting mats and the ectos you get. The problem is, you should not be making that kind of money farming gold. So after I sat down and did the math, I realized I should not be doing this anymore, and I shouldn't have brought it up on the show either. And I would recommend nobody really go do that until they fix that event system. After that, go ahead. That's a great place to farm. I did send in a ticket as well to ArenaNet, and anybody else that wants to join me in that, you're welcome to. And just let them know that, look, there's a lot of money to be made there. I don't know if it's a real big deal to them, because it'll affect tier 6 crafting mats and ectos on the market, which is a big deal to them, but I don't know if it will enough. But either way, I mean, I think that's one event pretty a popular farming spot. A lot of people are going there, and these are the people that want the money, and they're going to keep doing this. And if there's a mass banning there, that's going to suck, because that was kind of a really bad bait and switch. So yeah, don't go there. Don't take my advice. I take that advice back.
All right. So yeah, don't exploit. It's bad.
Yeah.
All right.
If you feel like, or if you think, if you're wondering about whether or not you might be banned for this, that's probably a good indication that you perhaps shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I thought I was getting 6 gold per hour, and I was like, well, that's pushing it. And I saw it was 10. It was like, no, this can't be legit. So you can't do that on working events. You might make 6 if, you have a good run. So
yeah. So watch out for that. All right. Well, this has been episode 2 of Relics Runs with our guest host Ravius. You have been awesome. It has been a pleasure to run this dungeon with you. Any last words?
No, just support the community, support the podcast and blogs and forums, and it was a great run. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you can check Ravius out on Kill 10 Rats. If you're watching this show and you haven't read Kill 10 Rats, I will actually be kind of amazed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, thanks.
It's a great blog, very insightful. And,
thanks.
Yeah. Look forward to reading more from you and seeing you around in game.
Yeah, well, this was great. Hope to do it again sometime.
All right. Take it easy, everyone, and we will see you in game.
Peace.
A lot of time in the jungle, haven't you?